Okay, well, May the 21st, 2011 has come around, and we've been following Howard Camping's outlandish ministry on and off for a few years, and it's not the first time that he's predicted that the world would end, and no doubt it won't be the last time that he will predict the world will end. He'll probably do what Jonah did, and he'll say that the Lord has postponed judgment due to the prayers of the elect, and he will try and save face. The Old Testament said clearly and unequivocally that if somebody came along and prophesied in the name of the Lord, and should that thing not happen, that prophet was to be ignored and even stoned. Now, of course, we live in the New Testament. We don't stone false teachers. We don't stone people that are caught in adultery or fornication. We simply put them out of our fellowship and excommunicate such people. Now, Camping is 89 years old. He's a multi-millionaire. He's been around a long time, and he will no doubt survive this latest false prophecy, but my concern isn't really for him. He won't be watching this video, and I doubt any of his senior crew or staff will be watching this video, but maybe some of his followers will be watching this video. And if you are watching this video, then we are here for you, because I know that for many of you, you've quit your jobs, you've left families, friends and associates, and have invested a lot of time into Camping's ministry, and my commiserations for you. I'm very sorry for you, because the cults are very good at splitting up families, and Camping is a Christian cult leader. Not only is he a false prophet, he also denies hell, and you'll find this time and time again. And we are a lay counter cult ministry, and my own research has shown that not only do people that get into date fixing lead people astray, but they also deny many areas of classical Christianity. So it's no surprise to me that he also denies hell and advocates a type of soul sleep. He's not the first to do this. Excuse me. If you go back to 1844, a man called William Miller, a primitive form of Seventh-day Adventist, said that Christ would come back, and he put a lot of time and effort into trying to convince his followers that Christ was coming, and many of them sold their houses and went up to a local hill and waited and waited and waited, and Christ did not come back, obviously, and those same people went back to their homes, to their communities, completely humiliated. Augustine took a chance and said that Christ would come back in 1000 AD, and again it didn't happen. And this is the second time that Camping has taken a chance to predict Christ's return, and again it hasn't happened. The Jehovah's Witnesses 5 times told you that Christ would come back, and he did not come back. We don't know when he is going to come back. We know that when he does come back, we will be completely unprepared for it. When I say unprepared, we will not know the exact time nor hour. Jesus said that only the Father knew the time. Now, of course, Christ is the Son of Man, and he has 2 natures. He's very God and he's very man. So when he said that only the Father knew, he was simply referring to the fact that as the Son of Man, at that point in time, he wasn't aware. But as the Son of God, he always knew the beginning from the end. So don't make that mistake of trying to argue that Christ wasn't God and therefore didn't have the knowledge that God had. That's a nonsensical argument, and again it's really a form of semantics when you start to argue and bicker over the Son of Man versus the Son of God. One thing I want to say quickly on this whole subject is the press making a lot of fun and a lot of noise over the rapture, and of course they don't understand the things of God. Peter said that there'll be mockers and scoffers in the last time, and I watched the news this morning, I watched the BBC, and I watched a couple of anchors giggling and laughing at the rapture. Now, when Christ does come back, there will be judgment, and all enemies will be put down, and it's tragic to see the press laughing. Now, I do wonder if an Islamic cleric took a chance and said that Allah's judgment was going to fall on the 21st of May 2011. I wonder if the press would laugh at it. I wonder if the mayor of New York would make fun of that prediction. I doubt it very much, and yet Mr. Bloomberg was quite content to mock and scoff at the doctrine of the rapture. Now, of course, when people at camping make a false prediction, when they make these outlandish statements, it causes us that do believe in the rapture to look rather silly, rather foolish. And again, the wisdom of man is foolishness in the eyes of God. So we aren't bothered what unsaved people think of us. But the Word of God does say that God is blasphemed nonetheless when men such as camping claim to speak on behalf of him and cause confusion and just general issues, just general areas of despair, and it's something which we don't like one bit. I don't want to see people get caught up in this frenzy. I don't want to see people crying and becoming hysterical because their families aren't saved and the rapture is going to come today, or so they have been led to believe. I find it abhorrent, and it breaks my heart to think of saved people, and there are many saved people, I'm convinced, that are pinning their hopes on the rapture coming today. And of course, if it does come today, then that's wonderful. I'm ready to go. I've been saved 9 years, and I've been ready to go since I was first saved, so I'm not going to be arguing with the Lord. But there's work to be done, and in fact, when I make this video and upload it, I'm going to be going out letterboxing. I got tracts to put out, and this is the sort of thing that we like to do. We like to get the Word of God out, and tracking is something which I've always been involved with. I've always liked to do, and these tracks are free, by the way, so you can freeze frame this, watch it in high definition. I've got one more for you. If you're into evolution, you might want to take a look at this tract. Not sure how easy it is to read. Like I say, these are free, and we get them, and we distribute them. We put them in letterboxes. But yeah, the tragedy is, back to my main theme of this video, the tragedy is that men like camping have always been around and will always be around. William Miller got it wrong, Augustine got it wrong, the JWs got it wrong, and I'm sure there's many others that have predicted the end of the world, and it hasn't come. So if you are sitting and waiting for the rapture to come, there's nothing wrong in that, but don't panic, don't overdo it, and above all, keep your eyes on the Lord, not on Howard camping, because when Christ does come back, he'll come like a thief in the night.